Hello guys, I'm 60 and welcome to my kind of review of the Battlebit beta. These are kind of my first impressions. I've had a fair few, I've had a decent couple of hours on the game. I've been able to rank up a few times, didn't do too badly. If you guys don't know what Battlebit is, it's a low poly indie FPS game. It's on Steam Greenlight. I'll leave the Greenlight links down in the description, also links to their Twitter and stuff. This game kind of has a convoluted sign-up process at the minute that I can't be bothered to explain, but it is a bit weird to sign up because the game's still in development. Put it that way. It's a beta. What can you expect? But this is a tactical, realistic, first-person indie FPS. I said first-person FPS and the same thing. Oh well. But anyway, there's a lot of realistic features in this game which make it really weird because they've implemented features correctly, whereas a lot of games don't, in a sense. So, like, to give you an example, the armor in Battlebit. If you get a blue hit marker, that's your hit in their armor. Because this game implements bullet-resistant armor, so your armor can withstand a certain amount of bullets before it breaks, and then it's gone for good. You ain't getting that armor piece back. Maybe it is a little bit unrealistic with the fact that the armor fully breaks, but it's more realistic than being shot, and instead of taking a lot of damage, you take a little bit of damage. And so, yeah, because also if the hit detection is very good in the game as well, because if they hit you in a spot where you do not have armor, so if that's like the face, the arms, and the legs, it will deal normal damage. So you can like riddle people in the face and then they're dead, unless they've got some sort of helmet that can cover their entire head. Then then it's the arms or the legs really that you've got to go for. And that kind of adds to the strategy, because it's not you just run around the corner and spray people, because the amount of times in this game I've tried to spray someone down and you just shoot their chest and you break their armor, that's all you do. And then it's like, well, this guy's not dead yet, and then he caps you in the head with his gun, and it's like, oh, okay, that is very good. But yeah, so like stuff like health and stuff works a really realistic manner as well. If you fall too far, you'll like injure yourself and you'll begin to bleed. If you get shot, you can begin to bleed, and stuff like that. Also, if you begin to bleed, of course, you can bandage yourself up, then you're back fine again. But it doesn't heal you anything. You have to have a medic come along and heal you back up, and so you're back to full health. But also with like health and stuff, you can break bones as well. If you fall down really far, you'll break your bone, and then your aim will be thrown off, and so will your movement and stuff like that. Because you'll be having to you'll be trying to move along with a limp leg. This game also has, the stamina. That's kind of a common thing in some realistic shooters. If you watch the gameplay, you may witness me proning a lot. So the yellow bar in the bottom left is your stamina. And so when you're prone, it regenerates faster. You can crawl along the floor and it will regenerate at as fast as it will go. Which is pretty good. There's a bunch of different game modes as well. There's TDM, bog standard classic TDM. You just gotta get kills. This is the gameplay you're seeing in the background. There's Rush, which is basically bomb. You attack and defend bomb sites, and the teams switch. Bomb's a little bit, Rush, should I say, is a little bit buggy at the moment. I'm not 100% sure on that one. And then there's also AAS, which is it's like Domination, which is actually, my bad, you're not seeing TDM, you're seeing Domination gameplay, or AAS gameplay. Yeah, so, unfortunately, I haven't been able to get gameplay on literally everything the game has to offer, because the servers only run when the developers host them. So, and it's also only the servers that the developers host. So, because we played this, I've played this map a fair bit. I know this map very well. It's the Desert City. I thought it was called Salag or something like that. Then you've also got Wine Paradise, which is a massive open map, which gives... It's a very hard map, put it that way. This game is very hard in general, but Wine Paradise is a very tricky map, because you gotta learn it. Because people can come from loads of different places. And then you've got Hotlands, which is basically tank battles. That's what the game turns into. It turns into a tank battle simulator. But, you know, I really enjoyed my time in the game so far. It's been really good. I have been maining the Assault class. That's just because that kind of suits my playstyle. I can move around quite easily, and I've got a pretty powerful weapon at my disposal. So, you know, that's a very useful thing to have. I am your bog standard general guy. As you can see here, I ain't doing too bad. I do end this match with a positive KD, which is always a good thing to have, should I say. And so yeah, in terms of weapons, there are special. You get default loadouts. You can customize your loadouts with equipment and stuff like that, and different guns. Some weapons and equipment have to be unlocked through getting kills. I believe it may be with certain classes. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't unlocked any yet, because I've probably only got like 100 total kills throughout my experience with the game, but you probably need like at least 200, 300 to get these special weapons. Because I've seen people with like crossbows, special versions of the rocket launchers and stuff like that, that you don't, and like special assault rifles even, that you don't really get access to at the start of the game. In terms of optics and attachments for your weapons, you've got to get kills with your gun. That's how you get attachments and parts for it. So you see here, I've got the God damn it, I forgot the gun. The MPT-76. It's my favourite gun to use. It has a slowish fire rate and a heavy amount of damage though to it. And as you can see there, I just unlocked the suppressor in game, which is the attachment that I can go and put on my gun. And here I'm just kind of letting myself, you know, I just went YOLO, you know, let myself die, because then I can respawn and go and put the attachment on my gun. Because you could only put attachments on at like spawn points around the map, but at least your loadout does save. So if you do respawn, see here I'm changing my loadout now. I got flashlight, laser sight, and stuff like that. But yeah, you can only change your like customize your weapons at these points. So it you know, you have to find them in a sense, or just die and respawn at your spawn point and do it there. You know, you could just do it that way. But yeah, my first impressions of this game has been really good. I think the main issues I've had with the game is explosives. The explosives in this game are very overpowered, put it that way. You get 4 grenades. So grenade spam is a very common occurrence in this game. The developers know that. They also know that the claymores are very broken as well, because the claymores don't... I mean, they don't even emit the little laser sights out of them, like the little laser beams. So you can just blindly walk into a claymore, boom, dead. And also with the rocket launchers, they're really overpowered as well. We were playing a match and the developers were like actually telling people off for using the rocket launchers, because it's just easy kills, because you can't team kill in this game, so you deal like no explosive damage to yourself. You still get the blurry vision, which is actually another really good realistic thing. You get blurry vision and you get like ringing ears. You can't hear any audio here, unfortunately, because I was on Discord as well, so I don't want the Discord chat to interfere with the gameplay. So yeah, that stuff like all affects you as well, and it's very immersive for like low poly graphics. It's still able to give you like this realistic immersion feel that you don't really get from many other games, which is kind of impressive, I will admit that. But yeah, I guess if I was to put a score on this game, I would probably give it 8.5 out of 10. For its beta stage, it's at now, I'm perfectly fine with the game as it is. It's very good. But, of course, there are some things that need fixing. On top of probably the explosives in the game. I'd probably say the maps need fixing, but they'll probably get around to being fixed anyways. So stuff like the spawns in Hotlands are very buggy because the game still tries to spawn you on the floor, but you spawn in a hangar, so you're above the ground, and then the game glitches out and it says you're flying into the air. That's okay because you don't take any damage when you hit the floor for some reason. But I ain't gonna complain about that one. That may be a feature they've implemented until they are able to fix how it works. But also in the Hotland map as well, it's a really bad one for spawn killing, because people can get into, because it's all out tank warfare. If someone slips into your base, either on foot or in a tank, they can camp at the end of the base and just obliterate people with tanks. But yeah, I think that's gonna be enough of me rambling about this game. I think I'm gonna try and do a live stream at the weekend on this game, maybe. Maybe able to group some people together and play it. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. I really enjoy this game. I heavily recommend you go and check it out. And fingers crossed, by the time the Steam version comes out, I can give this game a 9.5 out of 10. Maybe even a 10 out of 10. If they can fix all these problems that the game has. Ooh. On a last note, actually, one nice little thing I'd like to say is, I don't know if it's just the fact that because the game's made by Russian developers, the servers are being hosted in Russia. On the really crazy maps like Hotland, and when I was first trying to spawn into Wine Paradise, I kept getting disconnected. I don't know if that's just server issues, because over where I am, in England, I have absolutely shit internet. But it does go away after a bit, but just like the first few times you try and connect to the game, it tends to just disconnect you and send you back to the menu, which is kind of annoying, but I guess it's dealable. It's not as bad as being dropped like mid-game in Siege, I guess. But yeah, so I guess that's going to wrap up my review, my first impression review of the Battlebit beta. Again, links to the game down in the description, and I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, like it, appreciate it. If you're new, subscribe if you as well, and I guess that's it for now. Goodbye.